Hello everyone, welcome to the race review for the Styrian Grand Prix, the first of two races in Austria for Formula 1, and it was a quite uneventful race as Max Verstappen took a commanding and well-controlled victory over Lewis Hamilton from Valtteri Bottas in third. Where to really start? It was the race that was kind of settled pretty much from the first three corners, at the front anyway. Verstappen, Hamilton, Norris, Perez all got great starts, so that didn't really lead to any position changes. There was a bit of drama with Pierre Gasly and Charles Leclerc. Leclerc puncturing Gasly's left rear, and there was a bit of an incident at the top of the hill at turn 3 where Gasly was slowing right down but couldn't really control his car. He had it at an awkward angle for the steering because the suspension on the left side was damaged. He then spun around Giovinazzi and compromised a few other people's races. Gasly retired then, and Leclerc had to fight his way back through the field. And Leclerc was the driver of the day, who actually, he was great. So yeah, that was the real shining point of the race, seeing Leclerc fight through the pack and get into the points. I think that there was some temptation for Mercedes to try the two-stop with Hamilton to try and get him closer to Verstappen, maybe at the end to try and close him down. We've seen Red Bull do it with Perez, and it nearly paid off for him to catch Bottas. But yeah, it's a race that could have promised a lot more. I think we were expecting a better race because France was so unexpectedly good. I think there was a bit of potential on this one being even better, and the history of Austria says that there should be a close battle, but it is what it is. We have next week, so let's hope for that to be more interesting. I think that Max Verstappen and that Honda power unit, that is a match made in heaven in terms of combination. That car is so fast that it's gaining 2.5 tenths on the straight compared to Mercedes, and it's just it's crazy to see the improvement that Honda made. And yeah, well done to Red Bull. They're seriously taking control of this championship. Mercedes have to kind of take their medicine, as Toto Wolff said after the race. They're just going to have to gather the points that they can and make sure they're getting the most out of their weekend and not necessarily focus on what Red Bull are doing. So yeah, others in this race, we look at Lando Norris in P5, great result. Carlos Sainz in P6, a great result. And it was kind of the race that I expected for all the other teams. You know, Aston Martin, Alpine. George Russell was unlucky. He had to retire due to an issue on his car. He was running in P7 at one point in the early parts of the race. But yeah, it is Max Verstappen who takes the lead and the commanding sort of lead in the championship now over Lewis Hamilton. It's not by a huge amount of points, but it's significant for what it does heading into next week. And let's just see if we can have a better race. The weather kind of threatened at the end. It looked like it could rain, but it didn't. Let's see what next week holds for the Austrian Grand Prix. Make sure to subscribe to Christchurch for more content, and I will see you throughout the week, guys.